Okay, I'm going to demonstrate image number 2, which is R in the word crop. So in this image, you have a sunflower, and we will be doing the same thing in this image that we did to the image number 1 of the little girl, except instead of changing eye color, we're going to be changing the color of the flower. So first thing I'm going to do, as always, I'm going to make a copy of my image just in case. So I have my copy. We're going to go down to the adjustment layers. We're going to click on hue and saturation, and I'm going to change this to yellows. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to broaden this up a little bit, so I'm selecting yellow colors and a little bit of red, as that'll help us get this color here in the center. So what this is doing is it's going to change and focus on changing just yellow colors. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to adjust my colors. Now remember, I said that you have to make it look a little realistic. So I'm going to turn it this orange color. I'm going to bump the saturation down just a little bit so it's a little bit more realistic. Okay. And that's pretty much the color I want to go with. Now, you'll notice it didn't change the color of the leaves, which is great. However, I'm going to click on my layer mask, do the same thing as I did before, go to Edit, fill it with black. As you can see, it pretty much undid everything that I just did. I'm going to take my paintbrush with white paint, and I'm going to start painting. Now, you can do this and paint the whole flower, or there's other ways. Oops. Go away. I'm going to use my quick selection tool. It's the fourth one from the top. And I'm going to, you want to make sure it's on the center one, the first one or the center one. Either one of these will work. And I'm just going to go through and click and drag and select all the petals. Now, if it goes over a little bit, don't worry about it. Not overly concerned. So it just went over a little bit there. Now, you can change just the front flower, or you could change the back flower as well. I'm going to just change the front flower. Now you notice it did go over a little bit right here, so I'm going to come up here to the top left-hand corner and click the negative symbol. And what this does is it kind of subtracts my selection a little bit. And I can always go in here with an actual brush tool and touch it up. So now I have just this area selected, and I'm going to go to Edit, Fill, and I'm going to fill that area with white. See how it filled it just that quick? You don't even have to sit there with a paintbrush. Now I'm going to do Control D to deselect. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to fix this little area here because that's the only area it really had trouble with. So I'm going to use a small paintbrush. I'm going to fix some of this. I do not want you spending a huge amount of time zooming in and making sure it's perfect. It just needs to look pretty good. Now, if this was something you were doing for a client, of course you'd want to zoom in and make sure every pixel was perfect. But I don't want you guys spending an hour or two on a simple color change. So once you have it pretty much basic, you're done. And you can go ahead and save this. Now you'll notice there is a little bit of a shine here. So what I like to do is I like to soften a brush, make it a little bit larger. And this sometimes allows you to get right on that edge and just soften things up a little bit. Not too worried about it changing the bricks in the background because the way we did our color mask, it really shouldn't. I'm not going to change it dramatically. Okay. And then once you're done, go ahead and save it, and you're ready to turn it in.